Welcome to today's explainer. We're diving headfirst into a massive, frankly frustrating financial mystery that is baffling people everywhere right now, the paycheck paradox. I mean, imagine this. You put in the hours, you grind it out, and your salary finally goes up. You get that bigger paycheck you've been waiting for. You should feel like you're getting ahead, right? But somehow, you just don't.
And that brings us to the ultimate question. If I am earning more money, why do I feel poorer? You know the feeling. Your bank account feels emptier. The grocery bill is undeniably higher. Rent just keeps climbing. Insurance costs way more. And eating out? Well, that feels like a luxury reserved for royalty these days. It is incredibly frustrating to work so hard to step up the ladder, only to feel like you're sliding backwards at the end of the month.
The truth is, spoiler alert, you're not imagining it. You are absolutely not crazy. Millions of Americans are experiencing this exact same phenomenon right now in 2026. Consider this the official opening of our Mysteries crime scene. Today, we're going to uncover the real reasons why everyday people feel broke, even when their income is undeniably going up. And I promise you, the answer might actually surprise you.
Okay, let's anchor ourselves in a concrete example. Let's look at a typical win. Imagine you were earning $50,000 a year just a few short years ago. Now, today, you've leveled up. You're earning $60,000. That is a fantastic 20% raise. Seriously, take a moment for true celebration. You've got an extra $10,000 coming in every single year. Sounds incredibly great, right? But let's introduce the real world. You got that 20% raise, sure, but your rent? It increased 25%. Groceries? Up 30%. Car insurance skyrocketed by 40%. Utility bills are up 20%, and restaurant prices jumped 25%. Suddenly, that 20% raise doesn't really feel like a raise anymore, does it? Because skyrocketing costs across literally every major category of your life have instantly wiped out that new income. So this brings us to the core metric here, purchasing power. As we know, the vanity number on a paycheck, that $60,000, doesn't actually matter in a vacuum. What matters is the actual utility of those dollars. It's what that money can actually buy that determines your true wealth. And the reality of our current economy is that purchasing power has quietly been shrinking for so many households. Your paycheck may be growing, but your money just isn't stretching nearly as far.
Which brings us face to face with the mastermind, inflation. We know how it works, right? It acts as this invisible tax, a hidden pay cut. When inflation outpaces your raise, you're effectively taking a step backward financially, even if your salary is technically higher on paper. Your $100 bill simply doesn't command the same basket of goods it did just a few years ago.
So why exactly is this happening? Well, it's a perfect storm. Higher operating costs for labor and materials are being passed directly down to you, the consumer. Global supply chains remain super vulnerable, meaning a disruption happening thousands of miles away directly hits the price tag at your local store. And rising energy and transportation prices mean that simply moving goods from point A to point B has become incredibly expensive. Basically, if it has to be shipped, it's going to cost you more.
Section 1. The suspects, the biggest budget killers.
We understand the macroeconomy, but let's pivot down to the microeconomy. Let's look at your actual wallet. 3 specific categories are aggressively draining your bank account and really leading the squeeze here. First up, housing. For many families, this is the absolute largest expense. And whether you rent or buy, costs are extremely high between mortgages, property taxes, maintenance, and rent. Next, food. You're paying significantly more for the exact same shopping cart of groceries that used to cost $100, which is just a massive weekly frustration. And finally, the silent killer, insurance. Auto premiums and home insurance costs have risen sharply. In fact, so many families are opening their auto insurance renewal notices right now and experiencing absolute heart-stopping sticker shock.
And, as if those 3 weren't enough, we have the high cost of debt. Things get incredibly painful here. We are no longer in that ultra-low rate era. Average credit card APYs have pushed well past historical norms, making this debt trap far more dangerous today than it was even 5 years ago. If you're carrying a balance, you are paying significantly more in interest, and every extra dollar going to interest is a dollar literally eaten up. Money meant for your savings or investments, just gone.
Section 2. The psychology of feeling broke.
Now, we've looked at the external factors, but there are actually internal behaviors that compound all these economic pressures. It happens through this insidious trap called lifestyle inflation.
So your income goes up. Maybe you decide to upgrade your car, you decide to move to a slightly bigger apartment, or suddenly you decide you absolutely need 4 different streaming subscriptions to survive. And hey, to celebrate, you eat out more often. None of these things seem terribly expensive individually, but incrementally, they stack up. As your income rises, your spending perfectly rises right along with it.
This creates a really shocking reality. Because expenses expand to match income, a person earning $100,000 can feel exactly as financially stressed and broke as someone earning $60,000. The numbers change, sure, but the margin, that actual breathing room at the end of the month, stays exactly the same.
Economists describe this as the lifestyle treadmill. You get a raise, so you turn up the speed on the treadmill by increasing your lifestyle. You're running faster, you're putting in more effort, you're making more money, but somehow you are never actually getting ahead financially. You're just staying in the exact same spot, feeling utterly exhausted.
Section 3. Who actually wins?
With consumers feeling so squeezed and just running on this endless treadmill, we have to ask, who actually comes out ahead? While everyday consumers are feeling the pinch of inflation, there is a specific group that thrives. It's asset owners versus cash holders. People who own businesses, stocks, and real estate are the ones winning. Why? Because these productive assets tend to increase in value over long periods. As prices go up across the economy, the value of their assets goes up too. Meanwhile, those simply holding cash in a checking account lose their purchasing power every single day. This dynamic is exactly why the wealth gap widens so aggressively during inflationary periods.
Section 4. How to protect your money. Look, I don't want to leave you feeling helpless because you aren't. It's time to equip ourselves with the strategies to fight back against inflation and reclaim our financial ground. Here are 5 critical defensive solutions you can deploy right now. First, track your spending. You simply cannot improve what you don't measure. Second, build an emergency fund because unexpected expenses are only becoming more common and more expensive. Third, reduce high-interest debt whenever possible. Do not let massive interest rates quietly drain your wealth. Fourth, invest consistently. Long-term investing has historically been one of the very best ways to fight inflation and become an asset owner yourself. And finally, focus on increasing your skills and income. In today's economy, your own earning power is your absolute greatest asset. The more valuable your skills become, the more opportunities you create. I want to leave you with this final, powerful thought. The challenge today isn't just earning more money. It's making sure your money grows faster than your expenses. Remember, it's not how much money you make, it's how much purchasing power you keep. That is the golden rule of navigating the paycheck paradox. Before we wrap up this explainer, I really want to hear from you. What has gotten the most expensive where you live? Is it rent, groceries, insurance, something else entirely? Think about it and let that spark your curiosity to keep learning about the hidden forces shaping your wallet. Thank you so much for joining me to solve today's mystery, and I'll see you in the next explainer.